We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. It is not that I am so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. I believe in one thing, that only a life lived for others is a life worth living. Where the world ceases to be the scene of our personal hopes and wishes, where we face it as free beings admiring, asking, observing, there we enter the realm of art and science. Although I am a typical loner in daily life, my consciousness of belonging to the invisible community of those who strive for truth, beauty, and justice has preserved me from feeling isolated. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Creativity is intelligence having fun. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. A question that sometimes drives me hazy. Am I or are the others crazy? The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. I believe in standardizing automobiles. I do not believe in standardizing human beings. A man should look for what is and not for what he thinks should be. Men marry women with the hope they will never change. Women marry men with the hope they will change. Invariably, they are both disappointed. I believe in intuitions and inspirations. I sometimes feel that I am right. I do not know that I am. My passion for social justice has often brought me into conflict with people, as has my aversion to any obligation and dependence I did not regard as absolutely necessary. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Time is an illusion. The greatest scientists are artists as well. Science can flourish only in an atmosphere of free speech. It occurred to me by intuition, and music was the driving force behind that intuition. My discovery was the result of musical perception. I would teach peace rather than war. I would inculcate love rather than hate. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. One thing I have learned in a long life, that all our science measured against reality is primitive and childlike, and yet it is the most precious thing we have. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Never memorize something that you can look up. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity.